trying to protect your soul.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
Suffocating, I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire. Heart on fire. Set my heart afire.
the most anticipated game, I'd say, of the later stages of the group from the Group B. We have Team Cullies, who are undefeated in this group, where there are so many good teams like Randoms, and on the other side, you have one of the group favorites, Overpowered. So this is got to be like the strongest game of this particular group, and we're all excited for it. Are you all just as excited as me, K-Dog and Con?
Of course, man. Like, it's gonna be like they in the paper they're both evenly matched though, but Cullies has been like maybe the most underrated or even underdog team in the tournament, man. They came in like without no name, bro, like legend, nobody knew about it, and then they're beating that, like being undefeated, beating the favorites in the tournament, man. So like it's a
like, and what a way to do it, right? Like, out of nowhere, you take up a pocket strat Arquad and pull it over the most favorite team in the tournament, and then to execute it, right?
And it was a legit good win though against Team Randoms with the Arquad pick.
Yeah, it was a good win, and they took clean fights, crisp fights. They took out their targets which had like no buyback, and now they just steamrolled their way to the victory, and now they're facing Overpowered, and for some reason this we thought was never possible, but Overpowered, I think, are not the favorites in this matchup. Whom do you think is like a more favorite to win this one?
Dude, to be honest, at the start of the tournament, I've been covering a lot of matches of Team Overpowered, no? I feel like they were one of the favorites, but now that I saw the Cullies gameplays and even the games, I doubt it, man. It's quite hard to put it, man. It's
okay, so
I think I'm gonna say 50-50 to be honest.
50-50s are pretty decent. Yeah, 50-50s are pretty decent, I think. What about you, K-Dog? Do you have any thoughts on this?
Sorry, dude, I was a little busy responding to chat. What is 50-50? The odds
No, it's like, who do you think is the favorite in this match?
in this match? The thing is, from what I've heard, Overpowered have like really skilled players, but I think they're all like they have 3 mid players. So I think that's where they struggle a little bit. But Cullies, on the other hand, have like amazing teamwork. So, and they've got a Puck. Dude, Puck with like really good like team sync is
That's
so
what I was
good,
about to
dude.
say, man. This tourney, Puck has been like the first ban with OD, like all the matches. And like as soon as it got out, Cullies picked it up instantly, bro. Like he's
No, this ban, like, you know, the Nyx Assassin ban is standard. I feel the OD is standard, Batrider is standard, but Phoenix first ban, what do you guys think about it?
I think it's a respect ban.
I think like they have played Phoenix in like bunch of games in this tournament, and they've crushed their way through. They did not drop a game with Phoenix with any hero, but like they had Phoenix as part of their plans, and so OP have done their research for this game, which seems to be like very good, because OP is such a great team, and they themselves have put in the hours to know their Cully. So you know how strong Cullis is.
But to be honest, like both teams, they took some like a legit first weird off picks, man. Like Void Spirit and Puck. Puck, I agree with it, but Void Spirit, what do you think of this Void Spirit? Is it like a post 4-3 or mid? Like what the heck?
So the thing is, like the way K-Dog put it, right? So you have 3 people who are mid players, and all of them play Void Spirit. And then their support probably does too. So you just pick this hero, send it 1, 2, 3, 4 wherever you want.
Bro, like these 2 picks are like legit good from the Cullies, man. Puck and a Tusker. I like legit love Tusker, man. And like in the team randoms, we saw the saves by this Tusker player, man. He's like legit good on Tusker. The saves are like epic on that Arquad game. So I'm looking forward to the Tusker plays, man.
So it's definitely going to be Tusk 4, right? Like I haven't seen Tusk in any other position, at least in this tournament or in my pubs as well. And do you think OP will let through a Pangolier for that juicy Pango Tusk combo?
10 seconds remain. It is Radiant's ban.
They're banning. Oh, respect ban for Arquad. I like it, man. You gotta ban Arquad, man. Like,
But like
the guy
they
is
would be
good at
picking
it, better ban
Arquad
it.
as Yeah, they would be picking Arc Warden as a fifth pick, right? There's no way they were going to do a hero like Arc Warden, like, in the second phase of pick. So you have your final phase of bans for it. Are they really that scared to face an Arc Warden from Cullies?
I think so. They are, man.
I mean,
because it's a good, like, if it's a good player, how do I put it? If it's a good Morphling player, you gotta respect his Morphling and ban his Morphling, bro. Like, it's one thing to destroy him in the lane, but you can't control his farm and these heroes, right?
No, I think like you can absolutely control an Arc Warden's farm. Like, what is he going to do? He's going to control his triangle with his main hero, and his support hero is going to push the other waves. So if you take control of their triangle, Arc Warden is basically nothing. So, but the thing is, like, other heroes have different play styles, but Arc Warden, it's 95% of the time, it's always the same. I've never seen an Arc Warden do something differently, unless the game is like, very
dude,
much in their favor.
The thing is, like, I feel like
I'll tell you.
you need to respect the players, dude. Like, if this guy has like
that's what I was trying to
1,000 Arc Warden games, like, he knows that you know how to play against it, but like he also knows how to play against you. You know what I mean? Like, he'll know what to do to enable his hero. Like, for example, Sand King Spammer. I know there are lanes I'm bad against, but I know how to play against those lanes. You know what I mean? So I'm sure these guys know exactly how to play with their heroes. Yeah, so I think it's a good idea to ban out like heroes you know they're really good at. Especially in the last game, like the Arc Warden pretty much carried them, dude. Like, his net worth was like way ahead of everyone else, and that's something you don't want to play against. Like, if his like ult illusion is just gonna TP across the map and take out heroes, like your fight is already 4v5.
Hey, that hero just took out like two heroes, just the illusion. So I understand why that would be like a strong ban. And this Juggernaut is recently on the rise. It's been going on like the division 1 of both NA and EU circuits are picking up Juggernaut. So I think it's a good ban coming out of Cullies, as well as an Oracle, man. Oracle is such a good hero
to pick, man. Like, Cullies their bans have been like legit weird, man. They've been banning Oracle, they are banning Juggernaut, like, maybe...
Hmm.
I mean, like, so they probably want to blow people up,
dude,
right?
You
like,
know
they
what?
don't want to deal with, even if you call.
I actually really like it, because what I see is, I feel like they're trying to play around the puck, and that if you have a puck coil that's broken, right, Oracle like purges it off, and also if you have a good puck coil and Mars drops his arena on it, like, that's really good, dude, because you're basically protecting all your allies from enemies who are attacking from outside, and you can just stand within the coil safely, So Mars is actually a really good answer to like a puck coil, and I feel like that's what they're kind of trying to enable. They're trying to enable this puck to have like a really good game.
I mean, they also don't want to go on one guy and kill them, right? Like, they don't want to have the Oracle going over there as well. Oh, it's a Visage pick coming out.
It's such
out of Cullies.
These picks, man. Like, I think it's the only second game of Visage in this tourney, or maybe even first, man. Like, I haven't watched any.
I haven't seen at least Cullies play Visage, so it'll be interesting to see what they want to put it on. Like, people have been playing it on 4, people play it on 2, people play it as an offlane. So, it's really hard to put this Visage in a single place.
I really like the current mid Visage, where you get like Ags and you're just flying around the map with your birds, like getting kills all over the place. It's so good, dude. It's so good.
You go from 100 to 0 in like 1 second with those guys hitting you, and then you use your soul assumption. You go from 100 to 0 as a support player.
Yeah.
You just die instantly. And you don't even know where is he coming from.
This lane is quite strong for the Beastmaster also, man. Like, so far, I like the overpowered draft also, and Beastmaster is looking good in this game right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
it's gonna hard to deal with that Beastmaster.
They picked a Visage into Beastmaster. I feel like Beastmaster with his units are really good at dealing with Visage, because like you just burn all those layers.
Okay, so now
that means wait. Void Spirit is a mid. Beastmaster is offlane. Post 5 Undying and post 4 Rubik.
Yeah, so Overpowered have basically, with this Undying pick, given out their draft, and we'll see if Cullies does the same. Actually, they do not.
They went PUTM. I don't like that decision of... What do you think of Pioneer pick in this game, bro?
Dude, you know what I really
But
like?
I think like this.
I really like that basically the second this Undying was picked, their like draft is revealed, right? You know their mid, you know their offlane, you know their like their whole draft is revealed. Void is no longer a support. It's Rubik, Undying that are mostly gonna be supports. And they immediately pick up the Mirana because I guess they may have already thought this is what they're gonna do. And now even their lanes are set. I actually have a feeling they're gonna put the Puck mid. Puck is really good against Void Spirit. I think they put the Puck mid, Visage offlane, Visage Mirana offlane. I think that's really, really strong.
Bro, but I'll be honest, man.
So you.
As Puck is good against Void Spirits, it's same for Void Spirit, man. He's really good against Puck, bro. Like if you go the use
You can't really.
off now,
Dude,
he
the
can't
thing
escape,
is,
bro.
Yeah, the other
Sure.
element is great.
sure, but
Yeah,
if
just
you just
destroys
coil a
Puck.
Void, he's dead, dude. Like he can't cast anything.
No, bro. It's if he goes use build, he can just waste the 2-second duration of the coil, and then just if he lasts for 1 second, after that he can like dissimulate.
See, so the Puck also go for a Yule's build, right? Otherwise, Avoid Spirit will go for an Orchid and he'll try to kill. So it's like, who is gonna get the Yule's first?
Guys.
It's gonna be because he's gonna Yule's and then catch him
I'm
with the
gonna,
element.
you know what?
So-
I'm gonna make a prediction. I'm gonna say this Puck is gonna own this game, dude. Like I just feel it, you know. Rizal God,
like,
Puck
right
plays.
now.
Nah.
Picks up the carries right now. So what do you think which carries incoming right now? Which carries are coming, boys? Like the
Which
ban
carries are
Troll was
coming?
a good pick for the Overpowered. They banned Troll. They banned Weaver. Weaver is really good against Visage though. Maybe not that good against Puck.
I think
but he's a
Wraith
good
King, dude.
strongly, no?
I think Wraith King.
Oh yeah, really.
Over-
Wraith King,
Overpowered
no,
Wraith
any
King.
illusion hero would be great versus Cullies, I feel. Like you pick up a Naga Siren versus Cullies, what is Cullies going to do?
Oh, Naga Siren's actually not a bad pickup.
Naga's okay.
But
the only problem with Naga is timing, dude. Like, it takes time for her to come online, I think. But Naga is good against all these heroes, and I guess Undying is gonna secure lane, Beastmaster pressure off lane, Void Spirit fight early. You will have
oh
space.
shit, dude, you are right, man. Cullies has
I mean,
played
they're
Naga
not
Siren.
gonna.
It is very important for Overpowered to ban Naga Siren. I'm telling you, man. Naga Siren destroys Beastmaster lane, bro. He can just send his auto clicks, illusions, and click on that board, and that's it, bro. Like his lane gets destroyed, bro, against Naga Siren. I'm telling you, Beastmaster game.
They also picked up this Mirana, I think, to get rid of the tomb with her leave. I think that's like an
it's a
instant pick.
Naga Siren coming. I like.
It's a Naga Siren. It's a Naga Siren for Overpowered. I think would be very good, but Cullies also played.
They
It's a
picked CK.
Cullies go for CK.
Wow, what a dude.
I
To be honest,
don't know
man, I'm a
about
bit
this.
worried about them, man. Like Cullies have a really single target draft, man. I feel like that. Like they don't have much AoE control, man.
Seconds remain.
I mean, I
Other
feel
than
like
Puck
Puck is
points.
controlled by itself. It's good enough. I feel, right?
Remain.
But
Is there any hero that is better than controlling at Puck in the game? I don't know.
like, but after a coil, for him to do that, he needs to coil at least 2 or 3 people at every coil, man. You get what I mean?
I mean,
have a very-
oh, it's a morphling.
More playing.
Okay, what does he even have to achieve by turning into somebody else? CK stun?
Bro, he can
No,
get double tombstones.
I think it's double tombstones, or he's gonna turn in a
Okay.
Puck for AoE silence plus orb.
Okay, that would be good. The double tomb is kind of insane to fight against. I feel it's like unfightable unless you just have to leave the area. I feel.
Acha, who are you relying on, man, in this from the draft phase? Like, Cullies or Overpower, bro?
Dude, I think Cullies
I
are
like
gonna get
Overpowered
this.
strapped more.
I say Cullies, dude.
I'm feeling towards Overpowered, bro. I like the draft of Overpowered a bit more than Cullies, man. Like,
You know what?
I do like Overpowered
You
strapped
know what,
more.
guys?
back on
Just
AoEs.
just for this game, I'm gonna make sure I keep coming in whenever Cullies do something good. And I'm gonna be like, I told you so. I told you so.
Bro, I'm
It's
gonna.
not gonna happen.
I'm already
Right,
calling
right,
it, dude.
right,
Mid
whenever-
lane, this Puck is gonna do crazy work. I hope I'm right. But I
See,
think I'm
whenever
right.
Overpowered does well, I don't even want to work her. Like, guys, just type in chat.
So Visage is a carry and offlaner CK. And mid Puck.
It's gonna be a position 4 Mirana and a position 5 Tusk, right? So That is how I think, because HN6 is their position 5 player, and Legend M is, I
Dude,
think,
the
their
thing that's
position 4 player,
crazy
but who played support.
is that they picked the Visage after the
I
Beastmaster, so they must have some idea of how to play against it, right? What do you think, Quan, as a Beastmaster
I don't think
spammer?
it's
What do you think maybe you can
To be
just
honest,
like queue the
I
board
don't
and
see,
okay.
I don't see like in a late game for the Cullies team to like later game the late the game goes now. It's gonna be more favoring towards team Overpowered, man. I feel like. Because Visage is gonna drop down and it's a post 3 CK, even that's gonna drop down. Like it's not gonna scale as much as Morphling and a Void Spirit, man. Like,
but the only hero that's gonna Nah, the
Guys,
only
sorry,
hero
I
that's
have
gonna
a
scale
I
on
have a
Team OP
spectator
is
bug.
Morphling,
I'm just
right?
gonna reconnect. I'll be back.
like,
Yeah, sure.
That's why I think I argue with that, man. Like I feel like the Void Spirit, like his strongs increase. Finish him off, man. And by the time like they have enough AoE, man, like Rubik can save by maybe left, because they'll be all clumping together to get one guy. And where you think that CK can burst somebody out, you have to remember it's gonna be a post 3 CK, man. He's not gonna have that much potential to solo kill, man. Anymore.
Is it a post
Gonna more
3 CK?
on stuns. I think it's a stun. Antidote is a carry player, right? He's gonna be safe lane. I think it's gonna be
So it's
left.
gonna be a carry Visage, you say?
Yeah, I think so. It's a carry Visage. Or maybe
Are they really pulling out such strats in an important game versus OP? Is this really happening?
No, wait. I think it's a mid Visage, right?
Wait, no, Ryzel is their mid player, so Puck is definitely
so,
going mid
yeah.
for sure. So
Antidote is going carry. At the
Antidote is their carry player every single time, but is he going to carry on a Visage though? Like, you know, they've been doing cheese. Like, I've seen these guys pick a mid Rubik and beat another team. I have seen these guys pick a Pudge and beat another team. And now I don't know if I'm going to see them pick a carry Visage and beat team OP. If that is the case, then, you know, hands down, this team would be the favorites to win the tournament. But the thing is that in their game versus randoms, I don't think randoms were as serious. So these are like two of the strongest teams in this group and also in the tournament, I feel. If they manage to beat OP, that is like with this draft, with Antidote playing carry, I would say that they are favorites to win the tournament then.
You gotta remember, man. Like, it's only winners are remembered, man. Like, you don't care if like they threw or not. It doesn't matter, bro. In the end, win is a win, bro. So like, you can't say.
I mean, win is a win. Win is a win. That is more than anything. It's not about that. It's just that like the way these guys are winning, it makes me want to cheer for them. It's like Wings in TI6. We did not really know much about Wings, but the way they played was so good.
We're talking too much about Cullies though, but what about the Radiant side, Dire side, man? Team Overpowered.
But they have one of the strongest, like, you know, skilled players, right? Like highest MMR players. TPK had a highlight video of his Mkins. I've heard like he's very young, but he's very, very skilled. I've seen him play. Earl and Error are also two extremely good players. And these guys are all, I think, 7K or something as an MMR, if you want to look at it that way.
But like from the Dire side perspective, now I like that Rubik pick a lot, man. He's like shit ton of skills to steal, man. He can like if by mistake he gets coil, it's gonna be like completely lost gank, okay? If he gets familiar, it's good. With Tusker Snowball, he can save the team. Like he's got everything to steal, man, this game.
I think like if you are giving out a coil, I don't think the greatness is in Rubik. I think the fault would be in Puck. Like Puck, you can coil and then just like fuck out so easily, right? Like, so if you just give out a coil, I think, that would be a mistake. But then Rizal has shown skills, right? He's been making plays from that middle lane. He's been carrying teams and giving this so much space for their carry. And if you see any single game, right, you see their carry as having the highest net worth, and it's only possible because they create all that space for the carry. And Rizal is one of the players who does that for the team.
But one thing I'm worried about is like there's like a few counters to Puck in this game. I feel like one is Next, like because of the carapace, and the another I feel like is Storm, and the third I'm gonna say is like Rubik, man, because his casting is like insta, bro. Like there's no telegraph to it, nah. He can like that. The left is insta, and the duration is long enough for like a second stun, man. So like yesterday's game, if you watch Quincy Crew versus EG, Abel was getting destroyed by MSS Rubik, man. So I'm
I think like it's more than the hero. The way MSS played, it was like crazy. He just comes in, he catches one guy with a spell, and then he goes there, telekinesis the other guy, and then he kills this guy and then kills that guy. He waits for him to orb out and then catches him. The way MSS played was so good. Like I think that is one of the best Rubik performances I've seen recently. So if TPK can carry anything closer to that, then
Puck is right. As evasive Puck is, he's more fragile also, man. So in that 2 seconds of stun duration, Morph can burst him out. Even Void Spirit can burst him out, man. Like I'm a bit worried for the Void Spirit Puck though in this game, but we'll see though.
Yeah. Whoever plays the Puck, I feel is like kind of this guy who's on the. Yeah, this is going to be a reward.
Easy reward.
At least just get some experience out of it, some gold out of it.
1/3 of it, man. Like close to level 2 now.
It's close, but I think at this point it's to just go and deward his ward, right?
Nah, but like here's the thing, man. Like just because he was here to hit the creep, nah, it might seem as if like he warded in the cliff also, man. Like it's a bit not sure. You know what I mean, bro? Like
okay, so you think like the hero it's because of the hero vision? No, I think this is going to get dewarded like pretty soon. Like
yeah,
they will not take a risk.
I also think the Void Spirit got down his ward like 1 second before
I mean,
this
I
guy.
don't think, see, they will not take a risk, especially in such a game. But the thing is, he can deny it now, I feel. But Soneko, is he going to check, or is he going to just gonna deny?
oh,
He's checked it. He's checked it.
man.
Soneko is a good player, so I think they're going for the deny now. Oh man, this is like you go for a play, they're going for the counter, you wait for the counter, and then they counter your counter.
That
Next level plays.
Heads up play, man, from both the teams, man.
Yeah. So I'll introduce the Radiant, then you can do the.
Man. That blind DK was like awesome, man. Like I didn't even think about it, bro.
Yeah, it was like such a good play. The quality we were talking about, the way in which this game would go, right from the first second, the quality of the players. So I'll go ahead and do the introduction on the Radiant side. We have Rizal, like one of the best mids in this tournament, I feel, is playing the Puck. HN6 is on his Tusk position 5. Antidote has gone to a carry visage. This is something you guys all have to look out for and see how he performs. Legend M is on Mirana, and CK3 is coming out of You Can't Beat Me. Chunchumaru is his usual name. You can go for the dire side, bro.
What do you think is gonna be the most action-packed lane in this game? Like, what do you think we should be focusing on, man?
Like, I think.
Okay, mid
Okay, I have a little bit of camera issue. Can I just like reconnect? I cannot move my camera at all. Alright, I'll be back in 1 second. I'm sorry, guys.
I'm a bit worried about the mid though. Puck is doing absolutely good right now with the 6 CS and 2 denies, and like the creeps are inside the tower of Void Spirit, so it's a bit hard for him to last it. 8-2 right now. Is he gonna get the range deny? Oh no. Oh, but that was a good punish by the Void Spirit though. Bringing the Puck back to like 90% HP. Sorry, 10% HP. Insta self. Are they queuing up bottles? Yeah, both have queued up bottles. Okay, I was worried about the bottom lane though. Like, how much damage can they deal with the Tusker tag team? Okay, they might get the first blood over here, man. First blood by the antidote. Wow, that like first blood by the antidote, bro, on the Visage. Like that was such a good play by the Radiant side, man. Like even when they were up against like 2 whole creep waves, now they still went for the kill, man, because they thought that Beastmaster would be overconfident now with his creeps incoming. But sadly, Antidote lost his courier which had boots on him, man. Which had boots on it, huh? Yo, can I hear you, man? Scully, you there? Scully? I think they're having some DC issues with the CK. He's gonna be back though. It's going better than I expected, man, at the top lane. CK with the 9 CS and 4 denies. Wow. But Morphling is like constantly under the threat, man, like till he gets level 3. Right now if he gets one stun into followed by the arrow, he's like sure dead, man. But in this case, like at least he has the waveform to escape at the moment. So it's good, man, that he's playing safe. He needs to play safe, man, right? With the Undying trying his best to harass these offlaners, but I feel like Pure Team versus Undying. I think Pure Team has got an upper hand, man, with that such a good attack speed and attack animation. Like he's completely zoning out this Undying though. So I feel like Undying should be like prioritizing that decays on the CK to harass him more out, but bottom with the early first birth. Okay. Antidote. Yo.
I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
They just got a first bird on the Antidotes with such carry, man. And like
how did
on such
pull it off there?
It was like perfectly executed, man. Like there was like two fresh creep waves coming from the dire side. Now so Beastmaster was like a bit too overconfident, man, and he got punished for it, bro. Like they tagged
the Visage first skill
and still got the first bird, yeah.
Yeah, the Visage first skill is like, you know, even at level 1 it does so much. It slows you for like 17% and it stays for a lot of time. I think it's like for 6 seconds, right? So once you don't evaluate how hard it is, and then you have a Tusker with you who does like so much of damage with your tag team and also blocking you probably, so then it's actually a problem. The bottle is up already.
I wasn't sure about the tag team though, because tag team works usually with the melee carries, right? That was done solo, but the stun and slow nuke duration of Visage was too powerful, man, for the first blood.
Yeah, you can't really walk away from it, especially was it the Rubik who got caught? No, it was a Beastmaster. I think like even if Rubik just goes a little bit out of position, he's gonna die. And come mid game, you have familiars, right? They do pure physical damage. So when a Tusk is on top of you, you just melt, I feel. Who is even going to survive that kind of a burst?
Guys, another thing I want to point out is that whenever the Beastmaster, like at level 1 also, when the Beastmaster spawned a boar, the Tusk just activated tag team, ran up to the boar, and they kill it instantly.
That's the way to like completely diffuse the Beastmaster lane, bro. Like kill the boars. He's doing good, man.
I've seen like other teams counter it, like they pick an instant CM, for example, randoms. When they see a Beastmaster, they just go for a CM, and then they just either nuke it or you know, frostbite it. But this is one way of dealing with it. You tag team it and then take it out. So it's a nice move coming out of HN6. Like how is this top lane? This is, I think, the lane that we have discussed the least of all the lanes. Between a Morphling, Undying, do you think is there any kill potential in this lane? I don't really feel so.
There's not gonna be much, like a lot of kill potential from the Radiant side, man, and like it's amazing like that Morphling is even like having 6 tiers also, because he needs to play very safe till level 3, man. Level 1, he's gonna insta die with a stun from CK and a follow-up arrow, so he's playing very safe. So I like it, but and then Undying usually is like a very strong post time, right? With that constant spam. But like Pure Team is doing such a good job of like just taking all his attention, man, and CK having the free farm of his life right now.
I think like Undying definitely will be on top of a support. Like I think this Legend M and Mirana could have done some sort of a creep shenanigans where he goes behind the T2, disrupts the wave, and then you know he blocks the camp, which he already did. So if he does things like that, I think these guys would have had more experience. For example, if you bring the creep wave back to here behind the T1 and between the T2, for the Radiant, I think they would have had like higher experience compared to Morphling.
No,
But now Morphling is leading a little bit.
No, I won't agree with you on that, man. Like, you do that when you are like having a completely hard lane, but this lane they're completely owning, man. Okay, are they gonna get the arrow one connect? But look at that harassment. Like, Morphling just came to do a bit of CS and he got like destroyed, man, in the lane. So
I mean, they recognize his power spike, right? So once he hit 3, there is a lot less they could do. So now he hits his 3.
Now it's gonna be hard, man. The more the levels the Morphling gets, the stronger he's gonna get in the lane, though. Like, it's slowly gonna like take a turn. Okay, Antidote with another kill on bottom. They just destroyed that.
I think it's the way this guy has a lot of voice lines, which means he's played Visage for a lot. He's a master tier Visage player. Antidote.
Master tier, yeah. I didn't know about.
Oh wow! I don't have a single hero in the master tier. Do you have any, Con?
No, sadly I don't, man. Like, to have a master tier.
So look at the amount of damage that is coming out in this lane. Is this guy going to die? They hold the ice shard, they go with the tag team, and then this lane is a disaster for the team of OP.
Dire have fortified their structure.
And to be honest,
I mean, TPK has left the lane at this point.
I didn't expect them to lose so hard, man, with the Beastmaster in the lane. Like, as a Beastmaster player myself, man, you expect him to win the lane, right? Like, be a good decent lane. But right now he's getting destroyed, man. Like, he's like level 3 and
look at this ice shard block coming on from H and Sick. They block the Rubik. There's an arrow coming that completely whips. There is a Puck who's going on top of him. Is he going for the kill? One more right should do the job. There's a healing cell powered by TPK and TPK survives. Ether Remnant misses. Is he going to get it with one more right click? No, a Fairy Fire is being popped. I think he's going to escape. He's gonna jaunt out to his Puck Ob, and yes, he escapes. What a play coming out of Team Cullies. And then the BM tip right there. It even draws attention of Undying. Is this Puck really going to go in? No, he doesn't have anything. He has no gas in the tank. And at this point, I think like he's just going to wait for the bounty rune. The plays coming out of this team, Con.
I was so sure about this Tusker, man. And he's like stepping up right now, man. His plays are on point so far, man. The rotations, the gangs at the lane is like on top, man, right now.
Yeah, I like you for a position 4, you expect like, for Rubik to come in here and try to get the rule.
Yeah.
But for a Tusk to be there and then block and kill him, and then these guys are diving towers, they're not really scared. They're facing a strong team, they know that. But they realize, they're going to stick to their game plan. An arrow coming out, and that slowly misses, on the Morphling. If they hit that arrow, that would have been definitely a kill because he was not strength morphing it, and Undying was nowhere close to heal him. And another time, look, these guys now see Tusker, they see, okay, he's a huge problem. Is he going to ice shard his way out of it? Then it be.
Look at it, man. I think
let's look at it. Oh wow, he has a boots. The thing is that, and Beastmaster does not have a boot, so he just runs away from the board. And these guys have left, and that's a death coming on this Undying. It's just like a stun into an arrow combo. There was no way Undying was going to survive. You step out and you die. People are not going to fight for the 6-minute round. There's a coil coming on top of Void Spirit. Tag team is coming in there. Is he going to kill? I think that might be a kill. He's standing on top of the other remnant. That is a great play coming out of the Void Spirit. He's going on top of the Puck and he kills him too. Earl, what a play.
Place, man. Completely destroyed them. Punish him
he just
with the dive.
Dude, he waited so long.
Confident, man. Yeah.
I think like they did not expect Earl to play so well.
No,
right.
I think they underestimated the power of, like, they thought too much of that coil though, and then they got punished for it, man. But what I was trying to say is, like, Tusker as a post 5 is strong if the laner itself is like a weird cheese pig, man, like Visage in this case. So you generally pick post 5s which are like quite babysitting heroes, right? But with Visage in the lane, you can leave Visage alone, bro. He needs solo XP levels, man. And this post 5 Tusker becomes a post 4, man. Like he has like 3 assists and 1 kill. That's like 4 participation gangs, right?
Yeah, he's now top. Is he going to block the Undying?
Yeah.
Oh, they're going for an arrow. There's a TP coming in from Rubik. There's a tombstone that is being dropped from the Undying. Isn't really going to help. They're trying to focus the tombstone. They remove it. There's a leap that is escaping the Morphling's waveform.
Are they gonna punish this guy? Yeah. Even Rubik's gonna die.
Yeah, I think they're gonna kill TPK as well. I don't think the punishing is gonna happen. One more, no, he switches the aggro. Unfortunately for him, this adaptive strike coming out of this Morphling. Morphling at least managed to get one kill. Does he have enough for a waveform? He does not, unfortunately. Even he pops his stick, and even that isn't helpful. So, it's still 1-for-1. The position 4 goes down for a position 5, and this is still favoring Cullies at this point.
Man, I'm worried for this Beastmaster, man. This Visage is getting way too strong, man. He's like so close to his Orchid, man. Like, look at that. First item getting an Orchid, man. Like, and he's like nearly had it, man. Like, he's like 600 goal, not even 600, like 600 goal away from it, man. From a Orchid.
They play, right? Like, they're now going on top of this guy. If a tag team is coming out, then there's like 2 right clicks and he's dead.
Oof. Now you can see the power of tag team with the familiars, bro. Like, you saw that damage, bro. 0 to 100 in 1 second.
Yeah. Right, and the thing is that the movements of this Tusker, right? He goes top, he makes Rubik TP top, and they kill the Rubik. And they know that Rubik is not going to TP bottom, and Undyme is not going to move anywhere. So just TP bottom and kill him.
Wow.
The rotations are insane.
They might get a kill at top 2. Damn, that was such a patient arrow from.
Void Spirit is coming in there. There's an ult coming on top of the CK, but I don't think he's going to survive. Lizzo only saving grace.
I saw the arrow, bro. Like, he took his sweet time to land that sweet arrow, bro. Like, CK was 90%, like 10% HP. He still man fight, and then he got 5-second arrow.
Oh wow!
Okay,
and
died here.
So was that like a CK stun into an arrow or just an arrow?
Just a simple arrow, bro. Like, but the way CK baited him, though.
Oh,
like in
that
this
was
lane, he
great.
has to be so aware, man. Wait.
Oh, they
Tusker
see this
already
Tusk,
gave
man.
him
It's
things.
everywhere on the map. Yeah, he just like they use the Arcane Rune on the puck and they blow him up with 2 spells, and then Ice Shots just ended his life. Undying is TPing now.
Do man, like
they see the TP coming
okay,
in. Now they know he's here.
They're diving at mid, yeah.
Are they going to dive at T2? Oh no. If they do that T2, that would have gone disastrous because Void Spirit was like right behind them.
Okay, see, this.
Besides just TP'd out, he's going top,
yeah.
he realized.
Orchid. I think they want to take.
Oh, they are going on this Tusker.
On this guy. I think
Hey, snowballs outside. Is he going to coil? He should have coiled there now because of he did not, and then the guy goes and uses a couple of his spells, let disseminate, like brings him to death.
Okay,
So he pucked.
Orchid at minute 10, and then even Beastmaster has got his Necrobook, man. It's not bad, like the way lane he had, nah, it's a decent farm, bro. Like, he got destroyed in the lane, but still at minute 10 Necrobook, you expect him to get at minute 7 with a good lane.
Yeah, I mean, he's kinda did his best to recover, but at this point, I feel the lead on the Visage is kinda unspeakable. He has like almost 70 CS in the first 10 minutes for a Visage. I've never seen that come out of him.
They're gonna address with the TPs from CK and Purium. They're gonna have to bring more people for this engagement, though.
Okay, it's 4 people there, dude. 4 people, 2 people. There's a Hawk. Yeah, there's a tomb coming on, there's a road coming on top of this Mirana, and there's also a stun coming on the Beastmaster, stopping him from killing, but Puck comes in, uses a couple of his spells and blows up the Beastmaster. The CK goes and he tries to focus the tomb, but Dissimulate takes him out. There are so many zombies, nobody is moving anywhere. That was the wrong decision when the strongest hero was not there.
Right now at bottom, man. This was a big, like, these are the gangs which from which Overpowered can recover, man. Like, this is what I was talking about, man. Like, they have a strong single target, man, but once the tombstone is dropped down, now the gang completely shifts, man. Like, you saw the damage, the chaos that there was going on, man. Like, nobody could even touch that tombstone, man. Like, it was right in front of them, but nobody could touch it, man. Like, this is what
the CK did put a valiant effort. Yeah, the CK did put a valiant effort, but he was alone and Void Spirit just took him out, right? So if nobody's focusing that, everybody's moving at like 200 ms and everybody's just food. And I don't think that tower was worth fighting for at all. There's a Moonlight Shadow coming on top of this Mirana. Are they going to catch? Oh, the Ice Shard barely misses the Beastmaster. I think it is a good thing because they did not have their carry yet. Is this Visage going to take out? Oh, there's a silence coming on top of this Void Spirit.
All Spirit? All? Void Spirit?
Are they going to be stuns? No, the stuns were not in time. towards the middle lane, there's a huge fight happening. Another tomb is being dropped, but this time they have a puck coil, and there are 2 kills coming out of this team on Cullies, and it's the same on the other side as well. Is this CK going to run away? One more right click, and 2 kills out of this Beastmaster, who is severely underfarmed. Morphling also strength mobs his way out of there. The Necrobook doesn't really do a lot here, so these engagements are favoring OP quite a lot from where they were in the laning stage. This was quite unexpected.
The network advantage from 4K, it's dropped down to 2K right now. Like, right now, so far, it's like going good for the.
That is not the place that you want to do. Ryzel just, uses his orb and gets away from there. If he just stayed there, people would have put in more spells on him. I don't see why they are trying to take so many fights when they've just lost 2 in a row. I think Cullies are getting a little bit hasty at this point. What do you think, Con?
Like, to be honest, like, I don't even disagree to the decision, man. Like, with their draft, they're on the back pedal, man. Like, they have to end the game by minute at a certain point, right? Whereas, like, with a Visage in game, generally it is that case, man. Like, you want to end the game fast with taking objectives now. But what I like from the Overpowered team is, like, they're addressing to it, man. Like, they see that they're trying to pressure mid, so they're bringing full 5 mid, man, to address the aggression. And with the stone and like chaos going on, it's working out for them, man.
So the problem I feel is that, like, when you have these fast-paced drafts and you're all single target, you can't really go head straight into a team that has very good team fight, right? So then you're inviting a team fight versus 5 people. So instead of that, if they were along with Visage and they caught the Void Spirit here and they had like one more stunner along with them, even a Tusk would have done great. Like, so if those 2 smoked and they got the kill on the Void Spirit, they could have taken this 4 versus 5 in the middle, and they would have pushed this middle tower. Now, because of that, because of them not doing those pickoffs, which their team is very capable of, they're kind of working hard for the kills.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. But what you gotta realize is, like, to make those slide of plays now in which you have to like solo pick off, they need to open up the map, man. So like mid tower is really essential for them. And I think like at that bottom gank, the strongest hero, which was Antidote, he didn't TP there, man. I think the reason he didn't TP at bottom was because he just summoned the familiar top. So he can't summon his familiar bottom, right? So like TPing without familiar at bottom lane would have been completely disastrous for him, man. So it was right.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, like, they saw Antidote TP top.
Yeah.
Yeah, the map movements were not clean. I'd feel like, they saw the Antidote TP top and then, Mirana TP's bottom. So it's like you're fighting at 2 places. Where do you want to stay? Like, you want to stay with the carry, or why do you want to defend this bottom team and what is even giving to you, right? Like, that should have been a decision, and they should have stayed away. Oh, there's an Orchid coming on top of the Undying, and there's a Roar coming on top of the Chaos Knight. Oh, this is Tusker coming in with a snowball save, and they're turning on the Beastmaster. Is they go? No, yeah, Beastmaster is dead. They're going for another stun, 2-second stun on top of this Morphling. They can kill this hero. Adaptive Strike coming in, and they're pushing the HN6 outside. So 2 more kills on this puck, and he's going for the TPK. There's a Dream Coil coming on top of Earl. Earl is the only guy who was performing well for them, and he goes down. And one more orb coming in from the puck, and that's 5 kills for the side of Cullies.
Like, they weren't prepared for it, man. Like, as soon as the Undying died without dropping a tombstone, it was like disastrous for them, man. And you saw the way they destroyed that coil, though? Coil break?
Who did that? The Void Spirit?
It broke that, yeah. With the Reality Rift on Void Spirit, it broke the coil, man.
Oh man, that is like, some next level plays coming out of them.
Like, but it's not a certain skill though, because it's like 50-50, right? It's like,
yeah, I mean, but they at least, like, were thinking about it, so then it would be a different story, right? There are Necroboots that are being opened by the Beastmaster. They want to take a fight right now because they know there are no illusions, but the Ice Shard perfectly like closes out the path, and Ruby gets it. So that's one good steal coming out of TPK.
I've yet to see some flashy plays from Rubik though.
It's kind of hard, I feel, as a Rubik to do sort of flashy plays without even an Ether lens, or there's an Ether remnant that catches the Tusk and then disseminate takes him out. These pickups are really needed. I think now they can push the middle lane, but do you think 4 people can defend this middle lane versus everybody on the team OP?
They're scared though. I think they're scared right now to push mid tower because
they have multiple pings happening on that middle lane if you check.
Like
Beastmaster is slowly moving up. Is he going to catch the Visage? They see him high ground, they drop a ward and they catch the Visage. The Ether Remnant also stopping him. Waveform and a roar on top of him. They just dropped the...
Destroyed.
They dropped the tomb on top of him, bro. They like drop the kitchen sink on his head and take him out.
I like these ward placements from the Dire side though. That ward, like they have a superior ward advantage though because of the Hawks, right? The vision advantage is on the Dire side in this game.
Look at the 4 observer wards, right? Like they lost 2 team fights and they lost another one right now. And look at where their wards are. There are 1 and there are 2 in their jungle on the bottom side. There are 2 in their jungle on their triangle. How aggressive these guys wants to be just shows you, by their ward placement.
Like, and think about it. Even the Radiant side, they have put aggressive wards, bro. Look at it, man. Both the wards are so aggressive, man. They don't care about the runes and all, man. Both the wards are in there and see nothing for defensive wards, man. Okay, with the SOD...
Did they smoke under a... Yeah, it's going to be a smoke and they're probably going to run into an Undying. I think that would be a really sad occurrence if that happens. They just prop the drums. This CK is trying to catch somebody. It's definitely going to be an Undying, unfortunately.
Smoke, man. Morphling already morphed into strength with the 1700 HP. Yeah, I think they know. But it's gonna be a big disaster for them if they take the stacks though. But they don't have anything to clear the stacks, huh? Right? There's 4 stacks.
I mean, if you use a CK ultimate, there's a stun. This TPK is going to die, I feel. Is he going to clip him? This guy is clipped. There's snowball save coming out of him. They picks him up and a punch to end his life. That is a great play coming out of the Tusker. But on the top of high ground, there is a tombstone that is being dropped. So which means this area is not to fight anymore. Tusk tries to escape with the start, but Rubik comes in and stops him with.
And CK
that's it.
He got caught. He was trying to TP, but with the use disruption on the TP. Okay, this was like a good.
I think it's just like space creation, but then this CK is going to die. There is no way he's going to survive. Yeah, but that was a sick play coming inside of Cullies. They did go in there. They did what they wanted to do. It was actually the Morphling who used those shards to take out the Tusker. So they have 2 people on their team.
Man, but I think it was actually a bait, man, because the way Rubik went in there and then Undying immediately came and just put a perfect tomb placement, man. Like, wow.
I think that ended the fight there. Like as soon as the tomb was on the high ground and these guys use the snowball to come low ground, the fight is over.
Okay, one thing I gotta point it out is like we are forgetting the one most important thing, man. The Thompson's Undying copy paste ability. Remember? The two tomes and then like spamming decays. Morphling becomes a beast, bro. So let's not forget about it, man. They're having so much issues to deal with one tombstone, but think about the second tombstone, bro. It's incoming soon. I feel like it's gonna happen very soon, bro. Because like they have nothing. Morphling has nothing else to steal, bro, other than tomb, right? And the constant.
He can, like, I mean, the double tomb is, I think, the strongest in the game, but he has so many more choices, right? He can go into a Mirana and stun somebody who's roared, and that guy is there for like what, 7-8 seconds. Who is going to survive that level of damage? Nobody, right? So they smoked. Now they think it's their time.
Like Cullies, they're making the best they can do it, man, at the early game, which is like 20 minutes mark. But the Morphling is gonna get stronger because we are forgetting the strongest steroid for the team. It's okay, they caught the puck though.
This is lift on top of the puck. Puck is going to puck out, and I think it's going to get caught in the Ether Remnant, and which is going to be a death of the puck. There's a tomb which is dropped. Nobody's going to run away from there. Tusker also dies. Are they going to go on top of the Mirana as well? They don't have detection, so I don't think they'll be going for it. So this is definitely going to be a middle tower.
RS though. I think they're gonna look towards RS maybe after this gang, after this tower.
Yeah. I think there is nothing stopping them from going Roshan.
Yeah, like
they decide to do more chip damage to the T2.
Man. He got destroyed in the lane, okay? But gradually, like his team fight is like the key of the Beastmaster, man. His laning is strong, but in the mid game, Beastmaster becomes a beast, bro, with the BKB piercing stun and then constant insta like superior vision advantage, no?
Yeah, and you only look at his net worth, right? He's not even that far behind. He's only like
Not that
500,
bad.
600 gold below. And he's just a little bit below the puck as well. Both the puck and
My
CK
friend
are
is
like,
fucking
pretty
wow.
much.
CK with the insta cash, bro. Like, he hid in that trees, right? And then he like the animation was a bit too long though. Like, if Morphling was well away, he could have morphed to strength though. But CK with a patient stun, man.
Which is like,
Yeah, with that
I think.
stun drop, I think they're gonna retreat though.
Oh, they were trying for a
They might
roll
catch
on
this
top of the
They might
puck.
catch this puck. Okay, never mind. Void Spirit is like, I think 1k behind to get his axe though. His axe is gonna be crucial, man. Wow. These remnants are on point, man.
Yeah, he just like comes in and then takes out the tusk. You know, the way in which the game is going, they changed the tide of the game with like 3 fights, and I don't really know if they have the enough momentum to go through with the Visage pick. This would have been like a monumental win.
But bro, Visage is like so close to his, almost like 1k away from his AC. AC is gonna be so important, man. This game, right? Because it's all physical at the moment from them, man. The summons and
the only magic damage is puck, right? So other than that, and then is this puck going for the physical build? No, he's trying to just get a Lickens to try and survive at this point, I feel.
But I don't think Lincoln's is that good enough, man. Because guess what, man? Void Spirit is like almost done with his axe, bro. What is gonna Puck do to survive that, man? Does Puck have axe? Dude, like, this Puck is gonna have a really hard time right now, man. He doesn't have anything to like dispel that silence, bro.
Yeah, right. So he doesn't have a use
silence, bro. Yeah, he didn't go use build.
Yeah.
He's gonna have a 4-second silence, bro. That's a big blunder for a Puck, man. This game.
I think like even if he went for the Yules, he would have been caught with the Ether Remnant every single time, and he's gonna dive to that,
is
right?
true. Yeah. So me and Doggy were discussing, man. Puck and Void Spirit, like now they're jumping at bottom. They're wrapping.
Yeah, so they are trying to go in. They try to defend this T2 tower, but unfortunately they don't really. Yeah, so there's a catch coming on top of the Beastmaster. This Aether Remnant stun, is he going to pull them in and then going to take them out? Void Spirit just runs away. He doesn't really want to take this fight anymore. Undying is also going to die. There's a 2-man coil. That is a great coil coming out of this puck. Are they going to break the coil? This is of the Void Spirit. Is he also going to go down?
The carry DC though. Like, I feel like this gang.
Oh, the game lagged
better,
out.
Man. They were way too hesitant, man. Like, if Morphling used that double tomb, they could have maybe turned this gang right now. But they chose to, like, back out. And I think this might be a big misstep from them, man. If this Void Spirit dies, it's gonna be a big setback for the Dice Head, man. Like, they were doing so far so good. But this 2-man coil into the pick-off Beastmaster could cost them costly, man. Could be costly for them.
Yeah, I mean, they decided to stay a little bit longer to take care of the tower, but then that decided, like, that resulted in their downfall. Like, they had to go back faster as a unit, but they did not. And now, Morphling has seen that 2 people of his team have died and 2 more people are caught in the coil. Like, I'm totally out of here. I really don't want to stay here anymore. There are creep stop, so Morphling is out. So this is definitely going to be 4 kills. And look at all the zombies, right? There are so many of them that have been spawned. So even the tombstone wasn't able to stop the radiance power in this gank, at least.
Because they were quite hesitant, man. Like, if they were, like, I think there was a slight miscommunication, man. Like, if they were planning to get back now, they could have easily got out, man. Like, Beastmaster had completely took them out on a trip now at top side, and then the team was at the bottom. They could have escaped easily, but they chose to maybe linger around and maybe turn around. But then they started getting back, and that's where they got 2-man coil, man. So right now, Void Spirit is like, I think Void Spirit is dead though, because he doesn't have Astral Step.
Oh, so it's unfortunate that yeah, there is a resume coming.
No.
The Void Spirit survived, but like, where did he even go? He's dead now.
Short-lived creatures.
So it wasn't like really much of a survive. He just like he was just, there was no way he was going to survive anyway. But Morphling at least like has a little bit of space.
Downhill, but I think yeah, you're right, man. Puck was there to catch him up.
Yeah, I mean, like it doesn't really matter. He as soon as the puck coiled him, his seat was failed. His fate was sealed. Sorry, and then there was nothing he could do. At least Morphling would try to get some pump. So, do you think the mistake was them not going for Rosh?
Yeah, I think there's some all chat trash talk right now. I'm so we're witnessing some drama too. It's gonna be a bad blood, man, in this game. Are you looking to it, bro? Bro.
No, I think like it is not really. No, I think like I understand what these guys are trying to say, but the thing is that OP are not in the wrong here. I feel because they have waited for their time, and once the time is up, they resumed after a permission from admin. So it is on Cullies to be on time. It is not on Cullies to not be late, and they cannot really be salty about it.
Rules meant to abide to, right? Like there's like you can like 10 minutes, or maybe even like 15 minutes pause time. I think they've exceeded it right now. So I'm worried about the Cullies right now. They won't be like allowed to pause anymore though. That's what I'm worried about. You know what I mean? Like
yeah, I mean they're just gonna be salty, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
There's a roar coming on top of this Tusk, and he's gonna get like waves. Yeah, he's gonna get wave formed and adapt to strike up.
We have not been like talking much about the Morphling though, but the Scully, think about it, man. Once Morphling gets his BKB, what's stopping him, bro? Like, what is like stopping him?
There is nothing stopping the Morphling, but the problem is going to be like if you kill everybody around Morphling and Morphling is the only one who's surviving, then it's not like it's not gonna do a lot. This Morphling probably might take out one. He's not even going the E-Blade build. So there's one Tomb Dog. Everybody knows that they're the Roshan. There's a coil coming in from two people, and that is a lot of damage coming on top of the Beastmaster. Beastmaster does not have a roar, and he just goes down. CK comes in with the stun as well as the pull on top of this Morphling. This Morphling might even go down, and yes, he is dead for 50 seconds. Now Sonaiko is also not going to survive. Antidote is going to get 2 kills here. I think this would be a good, he's probably gonna he's probably gonna BM about it, and he said Type C.
Quite weird, man. Like I don't get it, man. Like this game, Morphling has not even used once his morph skill, bro. Like I don't get it. Not once he used his morph skill, bro. Like
TPK trying to do some cute plays.
Bro.
TPK just like tried to go in and get some vision, and then he pays for it. Yeah, the Morphling's strength morph I think is not being enough in a way that people are killing him even through that. That is their problem, and I don't even think a Spirit Vessel is coming out from the Mirana at least on that time on Morphling. So they catch it on Earl. Earl just tries to turn back. He's like, no, I'm the boss here. I'm going to bully you. Listen, them just gets away with like 50 HP.
No, what I'm like. I haven't seen one morph skill from the Morphling, bro. Like he's not using the morph skill of like morphing into one of his allies or the enemies, man. Not once have I seen him use that though throughout this game.
No, I've like he did like one good play around the T2 of the top lane, of the bottom lane of the Dire. Say he very like blocked the Tusk using Tusk's own shards. I think that play was very good. But other than that, I haven't seen him do anything else this game as well. Like
I was thinking
he probably should have placed.
Okay, they're ganking, pushing over here.
Oh, this is they stunned the Undying, but just before that he puts a tomb down, so the arrow goes and connects it. It doesn't really change anything. Undying goes down. TPK just like spawns. He goes to stand behind the.
Really disastrous for them right now. But Void Spirit with the heads up play, man. He just instantly cut it, the mid creep wave, huh? Otherwise, right now it was a show mega right now with the 2 heroes down.
Yeah, I mean that was like a good play from the Void Spirit, but the thing is that like if they really wanted to just keep pushing middle, they send 2 people back and escort the next wave and go. Yeah. So nothing is really going to change. With this again is coming on top of the CK as well as the Heaven's Albert. So we haven't really looked at the. Yeah, we haven't really looked at the.
I can dispel the silence on the puck, man. You gotta remember that. Okay, I think they might be able to catch somebody over here. They're jumping in.
They're going.
Okay, he got silenced.
He gets silenced. Yeah, he gets Yule. He's trying to escape. The Disseminate coming out and he's trying to escape. Is he going to roar someone? He has no mana on Tusk. Oh, that's
This Tusk
so
with
much
the
damage
face,
on top of the Soul Assumption. And this Soul Assumption is definitely going to hit 2 targets from now on. It hits both the Rubik, it hits the Beastmaster. Even the, like, see, the BKB. It doesn't really matter when they kill everybody else. An Aghanim Scepter coming on top of the CK, which means there are so many illusions. Morphling is not going to do much here, and they might even just try to go high ground here. Is that arrow going to connect? That arrow is just going to miss on Sonaiko. A silent. The puck is diving T4 right now. This Cullies team, man, they are definitely, like, you know, having fun, but I still don't say the same. It is irrespective of who is winning. Cullies were on the wrong at that time, so they can BM all they want, but it won't make what they made right.
Man, but
they move to the top side right now.
They played so good, man. I was like supporting, not exactly supporting, but I was worried about the Overpowered, man. Overpowered team late game. But like, I wanted Cullies to end the game at minute 30. I didn't see this shit coming though. Like, the way the game was going, I was thinking this game is gonna get stretched to minute 40. But with a good
I think
they were able to go high ground. At 30 minutes,
yeah,
like,
once they had
2 sides, man.
Oh, this Tusker is, like, you know, so cocky right now. He just goes, he just drops a ward, and then he sees Morphling and he's like, okay, I'm going to crush Morphling. This Morphling, dude, he walks back into the arrow and is like, you know, strength morphing his way to 4000 HP and like typing ha 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 in the chat.
This cheese pick, not exactly cheese pick also. They picked 3rd pick Visage, or maybe 4th pick, revealing it early in the draft though. It worked out somehow, man. Like, not somehow, but I think that was like one of the well-prepared draft for them, man, from the Cullies.
It's just like, you know, they are being blindsided. Like, with one team they pick out an Arc Ward, and the another 5 versus 5 smoke fight is going to come out. There is a roar coming on top of this CK. They are trying to take the CK out before he uses his ult. There's a 4-second stun coming on from this Morphling, and then CK goes down. Undying is trying to run away with low HP. There's a coil on top of 2 heroes. I think this is another lost fight for Team OP. Morphling is going to die. There's a 3-second stun coming on top of this Tusker. He takes out the Tusk, but Antidote is again godlike on his hero. Puck comes and takes out the Undying, who's on low HP, and there are 2 buybacks coming out of the Void Spirit and Undying. And they're trying to go in, they're trying to take out this Visage, but this Visage still has an Aegis, if you remember. And Ryzel is stuck on the high ground right now. He can just use, there's another silence coming out of the Void Spirit. Are they really trying to go for the Puck? No, Puck escapes. The Ether Remnant catches him, so he just dies.
But the important guys is he gonna survive this Visage?
I think he has a Q, he has a Hex, he can survive. Oh, that's not, he's gonna lift coming out of a TPK. Now I don't think there's any way for him to survive. He's trying to do as much damage as he can, but he's definitely going to die.
Damn, like 18k net worth. This is the gank they really needed to win. They won the gank, but on the back of like 2 buybacks from Void Spirit and Undying though.
I think they just have to disengage as soon as you see 2 buybacks, but that is not something they were doing. But they were like extremely cocky. They got a Rax, and why should they really be is what they thought, and then it didn't really work out the way they expected it to.
Like, it could have been a better, like, even game right now, but I feel like they're way too underfarm at the moment, man. The supports are way, like, Undying is, like, he drops his tombstone and like he got a retreat, man. There's way too much damage, and then even Rubik is like, he has got a blink dagger, but nothing to survive though. Not a glimmer to help himself, nor some stats, man. Morphling is strong.
Yeah, really,
like Morphling is strong at the moment, but you gotta remember, man, this Visage is a really strong, man, strong core. Like, look at this, he's like base like 25 armor at the moment. And then you get that Gravekeeper's Cloak, right? And then he's got so many utility items with the AC, with the Hex, with the Solar Crest, and even that Orchid, man. The item builder was on point, man, from the Dire side. And then,
I mean,
right
like,
now, this gang could have been completely different, you know, if the CK didn't die at the first point. Because CK is the savior in this gangs right now, man. If he uses that Phantasm, right? Everybody
Uh-huh.
in the team is gonna get dispelled, man, from the silence. So like
That,
they
that
threw everything on that CK, man.
I have Moonlight Shadow coming on top of this Mirana, and they definitely know that the Moonlight Shadow happens because this CK was this farming wave, and they're trying to catch somebody, and then they decide, okay, we might as well walk down to a T2 tower and then hit it. What are people really going to do? So taking out CK is not easy. He has a Reaver now, and he's queuing up his heart. He has the recipe, so in a little bit of gold, he will have almost 4,000 HP. So there is no way you're going to take out this CK like the last time. Now the same fight is going to happen. Mirana is going to get rolled, and Mirana, I think, is going to die, right? Like there is no way he's surviving. There's one leap. I catches him with the Yules. Instead, no, this CK just uses Phantasm and then takes out Soneko. Morphling dies
Just got destroyed.
in the silence.
Wow.
Yeah, and then even Rubik dies. Like there is no way Rubik was also going to escape. And they call a GG.
Call it
They call a GG. Who calls a GG? It was TBK who called a GG, and then let's take a victory
be a lot of
in this
salt
highly
in this game, to
anticipated
be
match.
honest. Scully, you can sense the salt, bro. This game, it has way too much
Yeah.
drama, though. With that,
I
all
mean,
that
like, bro.
smileys and everything. I know you.
But the
you
plays,
lost
man,
out,
the
though.
plays were also, yeah, the plays were also
exactly.
extremely good. I feel
I think
every player.
like they might be like equally skilled enough, okay, in their own bracket, but the team chemistry is on the Cullies side. I feel like the rotation from Tusker, the laning phase, everything was perfectly executed by the Cullies, man.
I think, like, you know, if these OP did like one or two different things, they could have won this game. It could have gone either way. I think they
Yeah,
had an
I think,
advantage at some
like,
point.
You know that I'll tell you, man, from where it turned, I feel like everything was going fine from OP, okay? They were like hanging on the game, but then the RS split was like a really big disaster from them, man. That RS
Yeah.
point, right?
I
Guys,
think, you know,
I'm
if
just
they
gonna
had
say-
like nags.
I told you so.
I told dude, I was hoping, man, OP is gonna prove you wrong, but sadly that wasn't the case,
okay.
man. I was so waiting
Yeah,
for it, man. The only reason
They-
I was like cheering for OP was to prove Doggy wrong, man. But sadly, that wasn't the case.
I was thinking the OP would win with their draft as well, but I did not think they would pull off a position one visage like this. It's really great watching Cullies do that.
Yeah, man. This draft was like this. Is what you call a pocket draft, man. Like this